Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Oh, let's see. Crank it. There we go. Get it off. All right. How we doing, folks? Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I had a friend who gave me some rather odd coffee for Christmas, so that's what I'm drinking this morning. It is from a company called Three Peckered Billy Goat. Guess I can say I'm glad it's coffee and not cream. It's actually pretty good coffee. If you're into coffees. Good morning, Chuck Soup. How are you? I'm supposed to have a couple of guests this morning. We will see if they both make it. I'm going to fight with a disc detainer lock again. But while we chat, I still haven't gotten one of these open. So everybody has to like a good fruit snack, right? Right, Zoe? Oh, sorry to hear that, there, Chuck Soup. Why are you sad today? Or I'm sad. Sad that I haven't opened one yet. I could be. But I have been playing with my new 3D printers. Get a little of that vice base. Look at what a beautiful job that thing did on that ball. Very, very, very nice. I'm really impressed with the job that both of these units have got are working. Outstanding. All open and going. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's see. Pick up over here. Yeah. All right. Right. I think it turned out nice. I like it. I like it. Thought I would try out the multicolor function of the printer. So I made the green in there. Yeah. I think it turned out pretty good. Ooh, one guest is here. Good morning, Texas Roll. How are you?
Morning, everybody.
Welcome to the party. You hear me all right, sir?
Yes, sir. Yourself?
All right. Yep. You're coming through loud and clear. Ema Charlie.
All right.
I'm going to be playing away on a disc detainer lock today a little bit.
Cool.
I haven't gotten an open on one yet, so I figured I better work on it.
Well, I figured I was going to go over a few of the locks I got for Christmas and some mail call, and then I'll start picking too. And I think Broke's going to join us at some point.
Very nice.
So I got a handful of locks for Christmas. Master 410 at Avis was this one, 7240. Pack Lock 410, one of these Mindies everybody's been playing with. Excited to give that thing a try. Medico M4. Got myself a little.
That's the flat key Mindy you got, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They're a fun lock. They're fun to pick.
And then got myself a little. What's that game? Minecraft lamp, LED lamp.
Oh, that's very cool.
And then let me grab. Let's see here. I'll kind of cover up the story, but I've got episode 9 ready to go out. 10's actually already been mailed, but Grouchy Lenny kind of got shorted when I sent him his letter. It was just kind of a gag satire piece, and that gave me the idea to start doing the short stories. So I wanted to do a short for him.
Very nice.
And then this is actually from you, Greyhound. So let's see what all we got here. It's like poker chips. Very nice. Alexa, turn on office light. Very nice. Stickers. Queen Greyhound, nice. So are these the challenge lock cords, I'm guessing?
Yep, those are those cores you were asking for.
Okay. Yeah.
And the vice holder for them.
And then the commercial. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it.
Chuck Soup says his Alexa just informed him that you cannot turn on that light.
Say what?
You told Alexa to turn on your office light. Well, his Alexa picked it up. Said, I can't turn on that light.
Too funny.
Grouchy Lenny had the same thing happen. Yeah, that's funny. Good morning, Eagle Lock Picking. How are you today?
All right. I'm gonna check Discord real quick. No, nothing from Broke yet. So guessing he'll join us shortly.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, I'm going to catch up on chat real quick. So G Keys here, Bill Johnson, Chuck, Zoe, and Grouchy and Eagle has joined us.
Yes.
Morning, everybody.
If you showed up to see me open a lock, you might be out of luck because I'm working on this damn disc detainer lock. And I have no idea what the heck I'm doing, so I never get anywhere with this stupid thing.
I have been progressively pinning and playing with my Medico M3 and trying to work on that, but I think I'm just going to warm up and try some of these new things.
Yeah, I'm still working on that as well. That M3 is that sidebar piece. That's an interesting lock.
Yeah, doing the progressive pinning on it's definitely helped me get better with it.
Well, that's what I'm doing, but I'm kind of struggling. Right now I only have 2 pins in there, and I can't even get a reliable open.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but doing something wrong.
Yeah, I probably need to go back. I think I got a little overzealous. I put 1 in, picked it once. I'm like, cool. Put 2 in, picked it once. Cool. Put 3 in, picked it once. Cool. And the first 3 pins are my security pins on this one. Pin 4, 5, and 6 are standard. So after I picked it with 3, I just put it all in, and I'm feeling a little lost in the sauce again. So I think I probably need to go back and, put just 1 in it and get to where I can consistently pick it.
That's what I like to try and do, is be able to pick it consistent and then move on.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a bummer, Chuck Soup, that you didn't spring for that. What the hell? What? What? Don't start this already. I don't know if you can hear that background noise. The dogs are being a little noisy over here.
No.
Might have to go let them out again, little turds. You try and print instead of, because I printed out a disc for this detainer lock to kind of help flatten it out and level it up on the on a lock, but I'm thinking it should be more oval so it covers a bigger surface area. I think it might help. That's one of the hardest parts of that thing is keeping it straight.
Yeah, I haven't messed with any of those yet.
I have 2 of them. I haven't opened one of them yet, so yeah, they're a pain.
Well, we're getting close to sending Rabbi his stuff. His Berserker patch came in, and I got
Nice.
a handful of people that have said they're going to be sending me stuff. So I'm waiting on all the rest of the locks to come in, and then I'm going to get that package off to him.
Very nice. What DD pick did you get, Eagle? Go with this Sparrows thingy. You go all out and get the, what is it, RGB? That thing looks wicked. Expensive.
There we go. So commercial master number 1. And you were saying that this is a little bit harder of a pick or just different?
I think they're a little harder than a standard because I think the standard number 1 is all just standard pins, and I think it feels like this has some security pins.
Okay.
Oh, you got the RWB one. Beautiful. Yeah, I was just watching Nick's Picks opening video this morning for his Christmas presents where he got one of those for Christmas. They are truly a beautiful piece of work. Oh, Cody.
Well, that felt like a fairly standard one to me. I didn't feel any security pins in there.
Maybe not then. I thought there was. I don't know.
And maybe just this one doesn't, but yeah.
I don't know what the difference is between a standard and a commercial, other than commercial you can charge more, right?
Sounds about right.
Sounds like something Master would do. Lipstick on a pig and tell you it's better. All right, I got to step away, let the dog out. I'll be right back.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's try this guy. So I just picked a couple white belts to warm up. Now I'm on a, this one's new to me. I got it for Christmas, a Avis 7240. And I've heard several people that have had these and said they're challenging little locks. So. Mm-hmm. What pins is this? 6 pin. wrong pick. I'm getting some movement out of them, but I think I'm coming at too much of an angle and hitting the cylinder.
Okay, I'm back.
There we go. There's some kind of rotation.
Commercial supposed to be made with tighter tolerances, huh?
They say so.
Yeah. Still a master, I guess.
Standard advertising jargon. When they say tighter, they don't say how much tighter. 0.0001% better, but we can market it as better.
Right? Now I got a cat pestering me. You getting some feedback over there, G Key man? I think that was just early on. Hopefully that's gone now. Seems to me that only one lock has to be better to make the better claim. Well, the other thing, Chuck Soup, is better compared to
Themselves.
I can say that my dog's turd smells better than my cat's turd, but does that really make it better?
That's a great analogy.
Either way, it's still a turd.
Yeah.
I know, I keep using my cat's toys to pick locks. I know, and he wanted to come up here and take them from me, aren't you, Turkey? Come on, then. There you go. Stick your head in the screen.
Yeah, I got a smack on the shoulder when I was doing the lockjaw. I think it was the pack leader, where you got to pick three different locks, three different ways if you do it yourself.
Yep.
And I stole one of her, nail things, one of her cuticle things or whatever. When she saw the video, she smacked me on the shoulder. Went and checked, made sure I put it back. Didn't mar it up or break it.
Oh, you silly cat. Yep.
Yeah, I still haven't got. What's funny is the only patch I've got from them so far is the Berserker patch, and that was the last challenge I did. I did the Night Watch first, then I did the Pack Leader, and then I did this. But the other two patches haven't shown up.
Well, that's weird.
So I figure I'll give it to the new year, so another couple days, see if something comes in. But yeah, I may need to reach out to them and say, hey, I never got these. I don't know if they got lost in the mail or if it never got sent out or, what's going on. But they sent me emails saying I'd been approved.
Yeah. Chuck, too, I think it's more like my cat's going to teach me how to pick. He already thinks he is a picker. Stop it. You can't destroy everything I've got, can you?
That actually wouldn't be a bad name for a YouTube channel, is Cat Paws.
There you go. Yeah. Paws and claws. Oh. Yeah. You probably messed everything up for me. Thanks, dude. He does that all the time. He tries to steal my tools and run away with my picks. Yeah, don't you? In fact, I've got a handle over here. 3D printed handle. Let's see if you can see that. That hole right there is from a cat tooth.
Oh, nice.
Bit clean through the dang thing. Trying to take it away from me.
Yeah, we don't have any cats running around in the house. We've got a ton of dogs, and we've got cats. My daughter's got cats in her house across the driveway, and we've got a bunch of outdoor cats live in the barn, but
Dude, stop it. You know, you make it really hard to do this when you're up here waving your butt at everybody and biting my tools.
says, I don't mind. It's okay.
Yeah, he don't mind. Yeah, doesn't bother him one bit. I've got 3 cats, and this is the only one that acts like this. But this is also the same one that opens all the doors in our house, so. Yeah, luckily when I'm on Zoom meetings or Teams meetings or any of that stuff, I shut the door and lock him out.
There you go.
I've actually had where I've had to put a hiking stick that I've gotten wedged under the doorknob so he can't open the damn door because I don't have a lock on my office door, and he'll just open it and let himself in. Good morning, Circa Nightmare.
Need to change from lever locks to round knobs.
Yep, that's exactly it.
Yeah, let me catch up on chat over here. That's the one problem being at my picking table. I'm not in front of my computer.
I've got a pretty decent setup. I've got dual screen set up right here in front of me so I can have the restream on one screen and the video and the live on the other, so I can kind of keep an eye on the chat from there because sometimes it's a little slow coming into the restream chat.
Yeah, I've never gotten the restream chat side to work, so I do the same. I've got a dual screen set up. It's just
I think it works pretty well, but
my desk in one spot and then my picking table over here.
Yeah, I've got a separate desk down in the basement of my house, and that's just where I do all my lock sport crap. And I've got overhead camera on it, and I've got my big microphone, and it's also where I have my ham radio, so I've got that down here to play with too. So.
Oh, you're a ham operator too.
Yeah.
I never got my license, but I play with the Bayfangs and.
Yep, I've got a couple of little Baofangers, and I've got a Zygu G90 HF rig sitting in the basement.
Okay.
Got an ICOM mounted in my truck. My big Christmas presents were two new 3D printers and a laser engraver.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah, the wife went a little crazy this year. I'm going to try and get the laser printer hooked up yet this weekend so I can, her laser engraver, so I can start playing with it. I just got to find a place to put it.
Nice.
Then I'll be able to start doing some custom lock engraving and pick engraving and all that good stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I'd love to get one, but those things are expensive.
I'm stoked. It wasn't as bad as she found a bundle deal where she got, it's from Creality, so it's not a great big massive one, but got the 3D printer and the laser engraver for like $1,200 for both.
Oh wow, okay.
And it's a multicolor 3D printer.
Okay.
Hell, I can add modules to that thing. I can go all the way up to 16 colors.
Nice. Yeah, I was looking at getting Black Friday. Bamboo Labs had a pretty good sale going on, and I was looking at getting one of their not real high-end units, but not their base unit. It was actually enclosed and all that kind of stuff. But this time of year, my company is definitely a lot slower, and I can't justify, spending $800 or $1,000 on a 3D printer that I don't need.
Right. Yeah. So the two I've got now, I've got a Flash Forge 85X, and then I have a Creality K2. The K2 is fully enclosed. The other one is not. But man, the print quality is just amazing off of either one of them, and fast. Holy cow! They don't waste any time. Cooperate. Yeah, I've hit broke on a couple of times, but he's a hard one because he's not a morning guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, him and I were supposed to do a live yesterday, I think. And when I reached out to him, hey, we still doing this? Because we never set a time. It was just a generic, sometime on Friday. It's like, man, I got busy with other stuff. Can we redo it, another day? And I'm like, yeah, we could either, do tomorrow and see if Greyhound School does joining him or do our own thing. And he's like, yeah, let's just do our own thing in the evening. I said, well, the evening I'm booked, but I can do, anytime in the morning or, afternoon. But late afternoon, early evening, I've got commitments. And he goes, okay, then let's just get on with Greyhound.
Yeah. Yeah, he's usually on or up pretty dang late at night. So like I said, he's a tough one.
Yeah, that's my usual MO is, I don't like mornings, but, 4 or 5 a.m. is fine if I've been up all night, but getting up that early.
Well, yeah. I get up and go to work so damn early in the morning that it just makes sense.
Yeah.
To do it in the morning because I struggle at night because I've been working this 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff for so long. Morning, labs. Good morning, Nola. How are you fellas doing?
Got some more jumped in. Nice. Morning.
Oh.
Well, I found a full set in this thing, but I don't seem to be finding any pins that want to counter rotate.
Man, I really do despise these locks. I don't even feel anything fall into a set on these stupid locks. I don't know what I'm feeling. Yeah, I hear you there, Brian. I don't necessarily sleep that great either, especially lately with the my recent injuries. It makes sleeping as a bitch.
That's right. You took a fall in the ice, right?
Yeah, completely tore my hamstring tendon off in one leg, and then might have jacked up my new knee on the other leg. So
brother.
I'm 3 months into a knee replacement.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, life is good. It really sucks when you're hobbling on both legs. It takes me a little bit getting around right now.
Yeah, no, I hear you. The VA's wanted to do a double knee replacement on me for over a decade. But
Yeah.
it's kind of the devil I know until it gets to the point where the pain is so bad I can't stand it anymore. I was only 35 at the time. Now I'm 46.
Yeah, I was in my early 20s when I first destroyed my knee, and yeah, they told me wait as long as you can to have the replacement. So
yeah,
I was off at Black Hat DEF CON conference this year, and my knee was letting me know that it was not happy with me at all. Like, all right, it's finally time. I'm tired of hobbling.
Yeah, my left knee, I've been for about the last 6 months. I can't get the swelling to go down. It's been giving me a lot of grief, and I'm afraid we may be approaching the point where I finally have to get that done, or at least one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the master lock, like we were talking before. When people ask which one's your good knee, I don't have a good knee. I have a better knee, but I don't have a good knee.
Right? I'm kind of in the same place. My better knee sounds like Rice Krispies going off half the time, but at least it doesn't hurt. So
Yes, sir.
call it my good knee.
Every morning when I get out of bed, snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah. Yep. But don't worry, it was not service related. It had nothing to do with that massive pack or all the crap you had to do.
I actually I feel I got pretty lucky. When I first got out, I immediately got hooked up with veteran service organization in Texas. They got a taxpayer funded one, so I didn't have to pay anything like you do with the DAV or anything like that. But I got hooked up with the Texas Veterans Commission. They helped me file my claims. I was 90% within 2-3 months of getting out. And about a year later, I got my 100%. And about 2 years after that, that part was actually a fight. The VA kept trying to lower one of my ratings, and they didn't want to make it permanent. My psoriasis, they've got me on an autoimmune suppressant to try and suppress my psoriasis. And every time they put me on that, my symptoms get better, so they try and lower my rating. But the problem is the ratings is at the highest rating if you're on an immunosuppressant, because it, makes your body more susceptible to other injuries and diseases and things like that. So I finally had to take them to court and sue them. But after about 3 years, court made the VA make it a permanent condition and stop trying to mess with my rating, and we got total and permanent. So we got the golden ticket. We got the TNP, and
Yeah, there you go.
very grateful for that.
Mine got destroyed at law enforcement academies when my first knee got wrecked, but yeah, I could only imagine some of the full-time guys. I was Army Reserve and then National Guard. I did 8 years with that. But the Army Reserve side of it, I was Arctic Light Infantry.
Okay.
Which meant they took away all of our vehicles, made our packs heavier, and then had us jumping out of helicopters. So that was fun, but it racked things up. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that was the majority of my military time was aviation. Fixing, maintaining aircraft, riding in the back, jumping in and out of them when you're working on them, climbing up and down on them. And it was just there was no one thing, just a million, what do they call it? Death by 1,000 cuts or whatever. Just years spent, I was working on H-60s for almost a decade in the Coast Guard, and then I was on flew Apaches in the Army. But
there you go.
Every time you fly, you're climbing up and down them and jumping off of things, and pre-flights and post-flights and through flights. And so finally, just one day I was out for a run, came back from the run, man, my knee hurts. Didn't go away, went in, and they're like, oh, yeah, you tore your meniscus. And then just over the years, it's just slowly gotten worse and worse and worse.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't work on them at all, but I did a lot of rappelling out of them, helo casting out of them, a lot of that fun stuff. So that was a good time. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Oh, I loved aviation. It was.
I'm paying for it now, but
Yeah.
Here's one of the other things that I was 3D printing. I made my own shackle tags that I could throw on to identify locks. I'm thinking of making that in a few different colors to use for myself for identifying my locks instead of tape. Looks a little nicer.
Okay. Yeah, I ended up buying, I think it was from 44 Delta, but whoever sells the little stickers, I'm going to open this thing up, the little sticker dots in all the different colors.
Oh, there you go.
So I've just been, let me grab a few of my locks here.
That'd be a good way to do it too.
But yeah, I just put a little dot on the bottom of the lock under the keyway for if they're ranked.
Right.
And then my set of pack locks that came in, that's one thing I do want to do. I want to plug pack lock real quick. They are taking care of me.
Well, they're amazing. Amazing company.
Yep. I ended up ordering these Kick 1As.
Now, which one is that one? Is that the 1 series?
This is the 1 series. Some of these, and I just noticed on this one said 1 series. Let me grab a few of these. Yeah, see, this one says Kick 1A. Kick 1A, Kick 1A, 1 series, 1 series, Kick 1A, 1 series. So
yeah. See, I have one of the 1 series. I really like it, but you can't stick anybody else's core in there that I'm aware of. It only works with their cores.
So
Now your kick one should work with any kick.
So all I know is like here,
Maybe
this
get
was
a nice.
1 series. This is a 1 series.
Yeah.
This just has a regular Yale kick in it.
Right.
So the trick was, and why I'm actually giving a shout out to them was, let me find it here. The driver side. Let me see if the camera will focus on this or not.
Yep.
You can see the 2 little nipples on top, so to speak.
Right.
Is on the back of your kick cylinder, the little spring that holds on the screw-on tail cap on the back.
Right.
That's what engages those. So the Medicos that I have, like the new one I just got, my M4, on the back side of this, you can see this one does not have that type of rear on it. It's a slotted or a crossed.
Right.
This is the thread on rear, so it wasn't engaging. I called Packlock, and they said this is this part they call the driver. They said you needed a different driver. They just asked me to cover shipping, and they sent me 2 drivers because 2 of these, my blue one, I've got a Medico bi-level coming for this, and then my red obviously is going to be this M4. They sent me the adapters for free. They just asked me to pay for the shipping, but they sent me new drivers to make.
Yeah, those guys are amazing. They really are. I love my pack lock stuff.
Yeah.
You have a lot more than I do. I'd like to get some of those other locks too. I have a 1 series, but yeah, great little lock to pick. I just went with the smallest shackle that they had because I'm using it for picking. I don't need a great big security shackle on it. But.
Yeah, I just went with. I actually bought it from Mega Supplies or Mega Hardware, or I forget the website, but whatever it is, whichever one was cheapest. It was like $5 or $10 cheaper per lock for the shackle sizes I got. So I got them all that same.
Yeah. Yeah, the 1 series is the one with the small shackle. Then you have the 2 and the 3, and the only difference is that I'm aware of is just a larger shackle.
Yeah, I think so. And then you can get into the kick 1, or kick 1, 2, and 3A is the aluminum body. They've got a kick 1, 2, and 3 Bravo, which is a brass body. So yeah, they got several different options, and then I don't remember.
Yep. I know I reached out to him when I ordered mine direct from Packlock, my lock, and
Okay.
I was ordering some replacement cylinders for some other locks, and then I asked, hey, if I order one of these 1 series, any possibility of getting a discount? And they did. They gave me a discount on the lock. So
Nice. Yeah, I got.
But I haven't taken it apart to play. I don't know if I could put anything else in here for any kind of a core, but as I understand it, I don't think I can.
Yeah, mine have worked with any kick that has that screw on back. Even this one thing I had to do was.
Well, that's the kick lock that you have though, right? Not the 1 series.
Well, some of them I ordered them all at the same time, but some of them say 1 series. So like, let me see which one it was again.
Right. And I think the core in the 1 series is completely different.
Yeah, see, mine came without any cores in it. So here, if you can see those.
Well, yours came with no cores in them. Okay.
Yeah, they were empty. I bought it without cores so I could populate it myself, where an orange core goes in the orange lock, a green core goes in the green.
Really?
So but yeah, my one that says 1 series, I just put a kick in it. So the only things I've had trouble with are, like I said, that new Medico M4 has that different driver on the backside that's not threaded. This is my Medico M3, but compared to like what you sent me, you can see how much longer this one is.
Yep. Well, yeah, because right, and I think the ones I sent you, one is a 4-pin and one's a 5-pin.
Yeah, one of them was definitely a little bit shorter.
Yep.
But say this standard 5-pin it comes with a little, goes over the top, and then the thread on the backside you know, when you take it apart, that goes down through the shackle to plug it in. Well, on this one, the stinking thing is so long that when I stick it in, most of these, go ahead and grab it. If I was to try and put this in here, most of my locks, you can see, are designed to end up flush. Whereas once I put this one in here, oh dear, dropping things. When I put this one in, you can see how much it sticks out. So it's not a lot, but it's sticking out, you know, quarter of an inch. So the hardware that came with it didn't fit. So I had to order different screws to secure it.
Yep.
And if I over tighten it, it kind of, you know, puts that thing at a funky angle inside. It doesn't want to work. So I actually ended up ordering a different purple belt pick to go in this. I think I got
pretty cool. I would love to be able to do that. So I'm going to have to play with this. I don't know if I have a. Of course, my only good tools are upstairs, so all I have are my little kits down here, so I don't have an Allen wrench to pull the core out of this thing. I'm gonna have a look at it. Because it would be fun to be able to redo it and change out and put different cores in.
Yeah.
I thought I couldn't do it. I thought I had to use theirs.
No, mine came unpopulated. There was nothing in them. I just bought the bodies.
Yeah, what a beautiful lock, though, man. Amazing lock.
No, they're gorgeous, and
yep.
I think I'm going to try and get mine laser engraved with my little, you know, skull and crossbones logo, and then
that's what. Once I get my laser going, that's what I'm going to do on this. I'll put my logo on this. I've got a few other locks I want to engrave, and then once I get all that figured out and working, I'll probably offer that as a service.
And then the other thing I want to do is on the back side or on the sides of them, you know, when I have them all lined up together, is do one laser engraving across all of the locks. So when
that'd be cool too. Yep, that would be cool too. I'm going to try and do that across a series of my picks as well, kind of like I've seen a bunch of other guys do.
Yeah, like what CI sells.
Yep. Do a larger engraving of my logo across a series of picks.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad too, Grouchy. It's nice to have an American company having it than somebody else, and that's what I really like with Packlock is they're actually an American company. So many of them aren't anymore. Or they might have an office here, so they call themselves an American company, but
right.
Grouchy was saying he's glad that Packlock got the military contract.
Yeah, well, I've got some of the local surplus stores. I was able to find the 100G, so it's just the laminated one.
Oh, really? A laminated 100G. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, and it's stamped US.
Right. Now, who makes that lock?
It's Packlock.
That is a Packlock. Really?
So I haven't been able to find their. The next step up is the.
You see, I have one right here as well, US engraved, but this one's a master.
Okay. Yeah, I've got those, and I've got the. These are the American 5200s. I was able to find a bunch of these, so I'm going to start. I think selling on the.
Oh, look at that!
Lock Bazaar.
Well, set one aside for me, will you? I want one of those. I'll buy it from you.
Yeah,
that's a gorgeous looking lock.
Which one are you looking for? The 100G or the 5200, or you want one of each?
Maybe that 5200. I think I have a 100G on the way.
Okay. Well, let me know. Wait till you get that other one in, and whatever you don't have, I'll be happy to send to you. And yeah, I'll just, you know, I think I'm just going to sell them at cost for whatever I got them for. You know, plus shipping. I'm not looking to make a profit, but if and when I get a laser engraver, and you know, I'll offer that as a service for profit. But yeah, the local surplus store for now, I'm getting pretty good deals on them. So they're running me. I want to say I paid about 10 a piece for those.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and then the other ones I got that I got a screaming deal on was a local hardware store had these in bulk, the Avis 83s.
Oh,
but they're 0 bitted. So it's populated with 5 or 6 pins, I think.
Yep.
But it's 0 bitted, so it's still. I've been trying to pick mine, and it's still a challenging pick, even though all the pins are at the same level.
Yep. That ABS 83 is a beautiful lock too, dude.
But yeah, it's gorgeous. But I got these on a screaming deal. So
Really?
I'm probably gonna make these just giveaways when I do lives with people or whatever. Which I'm actually starting to put some thought. I'm up to 80 subscribers, and I think I'm gonna put together my giveaway. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start it now. And to be eligible for the drawing, you have to be one of my first 100 subscribers. So the people that are already subscribers, you're still gonna have to do a video, do a shout out, pick some stuff. I'm figuring all that out.
Yep.
If you're not one of my first 100 subscribers, you're not eligible for the drawing. But I ordered Phantasm Industries, those great rolls he's doing. I ordered 2 of them, 2 different camo patterns.
Yep. What I have right here. The only thing I'm getting ready to change, and I should have my new parts tomorrow. And it's nothing because not that there's anything wrong with this pack. I love this tool case. The more I use it, the more I love it. But I actually found some stainless steel buckles.
Oh, let me know how that works, because that's my only complaint why I held off on ordering them. I don't like the plastic ones. They break too easy.
Yep. So I found some stainless steel, so I'm going to undo the stitching and put on stainless and redo it. And I should have those here tomorrow.
All right. Is that something that you found locally or that you've ordered, or where did you get
I just ordered them off Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. They've got they're like a duty belt style metal clip buckle.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say like a mini Cobra would be friggin' perfect on that. I'm a whore for Cobra buckles. I love those things.
Yep. And they weren't expensive at all. I found them on Amazon. I think I paid $9 for the set.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna, probably put one of each of those locks and the roll, and then some of my swag together for a giveaway. But I think I'm gonna announce it here in the next week and make it where you have to have been one of my first 100 subscribers to get in on it.
Good old pack lock is open. Woo! Hey, what did I do wrong here? What is going on in the wide, wide world of sports?
Yep.
There. Good old 90A Pro. Awesome locks, too. I love picking these things. And there, I turned the freaking core the wrong way. So I just bricked my lock. I knew something wasn't right. And there we go. The fucking core the right way this time, you idiot.
I don't know why I'm thinking I'm going to pick this up.
There. And there you go. That's how quickly you can undo a bricked 90A Pro. I love the 90A Pros. I think that's an amazing, amazing lock.
Yeah, that was my first blue belt in my 200K, and that was a fun one to pick.
You talk about a beefy pig. This one series with the core that came in it. There's the bitting on the key that I got with it. It's actually a really tough pick, considering it's rated as a green belt lock. But it's really cool because all of the pins, key pins and driver pins, are all stainless steel in it.
Oh, okay.
Through the entire core.
Nice.
A really nice, solid lock.
Yeah, I think if I remember, that's the difference between the kick 1 alpha, 2 alpha, 3 alpha is the difference between brass pins and steel pins. And
well, and then when you go to the 1 series, you have the 1, 2, and 3 series, and the difference is the shackle size, bigger diameter shackle as you go up.
Okay. Yeah, I got to find out a little bit more, because what I'd ordered when I ordered mine was a kick 1 alpha. But let's see here. My yellow one is a 1 series. My orange one is a 1 series. My purple is a 1 series. My brown is a 1 series.
As long as they work with the cores, I was under the understanding they didn't, so that's why I was kind of bummed by that. But
oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think as long as you've got a standard, see what kind of driver you've got inside. But once you open that up, and that here's the other thing is, if that's like mine, even if they've got a specific driver specific to their cylinders, you might be able to call them up and say, hey, I want a different driver for a Medico, and I want a different driver for a standard, screw on tail cap.
Yeah. I should go up and grab my tools and pull it apart quick and see. I should have those down here anyway. I don't know why they're up in my office. I used them for something up there.
I just violated my camera.
No, or I can enter from each account and donate the winnings. One entry per person, no matter what persona you're going by.
Hey, as long as it gets me more subs, I don't care.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get it.
Around here. All right, I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm gonna pick.
Well, I'm gonna go grab my Allen wrenches quick because now I'm curious.
Now I got you thinking. Here, we were talking about this, so let me pull this out. So this is the one I've been working on, the Avis 83 I was showing you guys earlier that's zero bitted. But I've tried to pick it a couple times, and it's I haven't been able to get it. So even though they're zero bitted and you'd think it's easy, just push them all to the very top of the shear line. I haven't been able to get this thing open, so more than likely just a skill issue, but nothing out of one. Click out of two. I really don't know how some of you guys do that. My picking goes way downhill when I'm trying to do what we're doing now. Sitting here talking and picking. I just need to shut up and concentrate on what I'm doing. But anyway, I hope everybody had an amazing Christmas. I hope you had friends and family and good times, and maybe a few good presents. So we got pretty lucky. My boy is home from the military, so he was home for the holidays. My daughter's living next door to us across the driveway, so it's been nice having everybody around. Mother-in-law's here.
Down my,
You're back.
There's my pack lock that I'd used for my blue belt. I had trashed the keyway on it, so I got a new core. It's put together with a new core, but I haven't picked it since I did that. So I got to get all my locks set up. I've got quite the little display going.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm going to change cams here, and I'm just going to enjoy the show.
And then I've
picked a couple whites, but
I've got this beauty.
Nice.
That's a 5200, I believe.
Yeah, I definitely need to find a friend that's got a laser engraver.
That's a 5560.
Okay.
Mr. Lock Squash. That's a really fun little lock to pick. All right, so let's move this aside. I got too much shit sitting here, dude. Way too much shit sitting here. I don't even know where to put anything. All right.
Catch up on comments. Nola says it should be the first 108 to adjust for the troll accounts.
Right. Yeah, I have one of those Avis 83s, and what an amazing lock. I got mine with a core in it as well, but it's got the oh, it must be metric in there.
That was a different size than my other locks.
It's got the tab on the bottom of it, so you can reverse it and make it key retaining or non-key retaining.
Okay. Yeah,
Really a cool little lock.
These came with, if you open them up, it's got a little baggie in it with an extra spring, a little tab, and even another spool. So, you know, I haven't opened one of these up and taken it apart to see what's in it. I think they're all spools. But you're supposed to be able to set it up as key retaining, not key retaining, whatever you want to do with it. Make it.
That's what the base looks like on my 1 series.
Okay, so it's slotted on the back.
Yep.
So my guess is, yeah, if you tried to put like my Medico I was showing you, actually, I tell you what, shoot. So I had taken this driver out of my, I think it's my
And yeah, I see there's a screw down in the bottom of it. Well, you can see it in there. There's a screw in there that's holding that bottom retainer tab. So you probably can pull that screw and then change the tab out to a different base.
So I tell you what, when I send you these locks, I'm going to have 2 of these that I'm pulling out that I no longer need. I will send you these, and you'll have one for, I'll send you one of these, and that way you've got it where you can swap it out.
That would be awesome. Then I just got to find the right kind of cord to be able to swap into it. But yeah, it'd be fun to be able to change it around and play with it a little bit.
Yeah, I think just any standard kick, as long as it's got those, the threaded, like looking at yours, I could even see, I don't know if this one would work. Maybe it would. But most cores, that pin that's on the backside, as long as it's, either at the 2 or 10 position, whereas like this one is at a 3 o'clock position. I don't know if you can see that.
Like there's a 10 o'clock one.
But yeah, like that 10 o'clock one, just pull that tailpiece out and that'll work in there. But yeah, I just want to make a note here. So you've already gotten
this one's at a 3 position. 4, I guess, 4 o'clock position. That one, the pin's in a different spot.
So I'm pulling one of the 5200s for you. All right, I got a 5200 for you, and I've got that that driver for you, and I will set those aside and get those mailed to you in the next couple of days.
Thank you very much, good sir.
Yes, sir. Happy to repay the favor. It's almost like I just opened a package with 4 locks in it today from you. So.
Hey, like I said, I got this whole big box of locks that were given to me as donations to share with the community. So that's what I'm out to do. Anybody who's needing locks or wants to try something different, let me know. I think I still have, well, let's pull it up. Let's pull the box up and let's just look. What else I still have in here? Oh, shit. Hasn't gotten any lighter, I'll tell you that much. Oh, I'm just going to get rid of some of these envelopes because they all fell apart anyway.
All right, and it's G Key is saying that these, I'm guessing you're talking about the Abus 83s, have 5 pins, but 6. So I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up, and we're going to find out what's in it.
Yep. So there is a U-Haul puck lock. I still have 2 more. Actually, I think I have another one up here somewhere. No, that might be all I have left. Is 2 more of the 1100s. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Master commercials. Most of those are number 1s. There's one that just says 40 millimeter. This one is actually a, what do you call that? A lever lock?
Okay.
Or a warded lock. Got a set of pick handles in here. I have a little Yale lever lock, an oldie. And then I have a whole bunch of American keys. So if anybody out there wants keys just so they can redo an American lock, repin it to something different, let me know. I've got some pretty, there would be a fun one for some nice bidding. And then I have a bunch of old Masters. Here's an old Master number 1. There's an old Master number 1. What are you? That's another number 1. And there's a number 3. And then I have a wafer hitch lock. I think that does her for the locks. So yeah, I don't have any of the tools to do these warded locks yet. Some warded jigglers or something. Be kind of fun to try one of those out. I don't have tools for that, so I need to do that. But yeah, there's what I have left. Well, here's another one. Another number 3.
All right.
And then I have this lovely little Master L50 that I I finally picked that one. I used a wafer jiggler on it and got it open yesterday. That one's a really neat lock. I like this one a lot. A little different. I'm trying to pick some of these locks in the vise today instead of in hand, and man, that just changes the feel.
All right, so GQ man, you're right. There are 5 at least key pins in here right now. Let me pull apart the
Which lock is that you're in?
This is that Avis 83.
Ah, yeah.
I was showing off how it had the that little baggie with extra stuff inside it, and so I figured we'd pull one apart and see what's actually in it.
No. I didn't get a baggie with any extra parts with it with mine, but
It looks like a interesting. It's almost like a serrated, but it's only serrated top and bottom like a barrel would be, but the cuts aren't very big.
yeah. Well, Nova, one day if you learn how to pick a lock, you'll have to show me how to, right?
2 has a spool. 3 has a spool. 4's got a spool.
83s will have a dovetail on top of the 6th chamber for the little plate. Yep, I believe you are correct. I think that's what mine has in it. I think you have to, there's an adapter you can get or something for that that'll allow you to then populate that 6th hole.
Oh, so yeah. All right, so looking at it here, let me grab another box. So yeah, what it's looking like is what it came with is in the baggie. Let's see if I can get this in focus. As you can see, it's got an extra pin.
Yep.
An extra spring, and then that little plate.
Yep, that's the plate you need in order to populate the 6th pin, I believe.
Yeah. So let me stick this back in. It's on the top of this. Come on. Well, the spring
Yeah, see, mine did not come with that, so I have to get that separate if I want to change it up.
Gotcha. Push these guys in. But yeah, on the top of the Bible here, if you can see,
Yep.
it's got a little cut over the 6th chamber. So yeah, all that stuff is that.
Right.
And then there's supposed to be a way, I'm guessing, I don't know if you change this around on the back, but there's supposed to be a way to make this key retaining.
Well, does yours have the little Z thing on the bottom, or does it show the Z on the lock body?
The Z?
Yep. It actually is kind of almost like a 2 instead, not really a Z, but
Oh yeah, the series Z or series 2.
right. So on the bottom of your core, there should have been a notch for that little Z plate that goes on there. And that's where it looks like a 2 on there, but it also looks like a Z, and it's a little bar that goes in there, and you can flip it one way or the other. One makes it key retaining, one makes it not. You hold your core back up and look at the bottom, the base of the core where it goes in the lock. See that notch in the bottom? I can't really see you. You're out of frame there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm wondering if it's this little guy is what came off the back. I'm guessing depending which way you turn that, maybe. I'll have to mess with it.
Yeah, that looks a little different though. That mine actually looks just like that symbol that's engraved for the 2 on the front of the lock, the Z.
Okay.
And it goes with that, but it's got a black dot on it, right? One way the dot up, one way the dot down, and that changes whether it's key retaining or not key retaining.
Gotcha. And I'm going to see if I can't. Still playing with my new setup, but I finally got a camera that can do this. So everybody can see the pins.
That's nice having a zoom camera, isn't it?
Well, and in the past, what I've used is before I got this thing, I just was using a GoPro, and
Yeah.
they're not meant for close in work. So when you zoom in on stuff, it just gets fuzzy. And luckily I was only working on my lower belt ranks, but I figured once I start going for the higher ranks, LPU might get a little more picky if they can't see the.
Yeah. Well, and then I don't know if you were using it as a webcam. When you hook it up to a computer and use it as a webcam, you can't zoom on the GoPro.
No. So basically it was, I just had it on a tripod, and I would physically pick up the GoPro and get it closer to lock or the pins when I had them depinned like this.
Yep. But it just doesn't work well.
But no, it doesn't.
Yep. What camera are you running now?
So I got the Ozbot Tiny 2. It was on the recommendation of several websites had it, and then Swamp Picker let me know that he had it and liked it. But yeah, it's got pan tilt. You can put in presets. So like I could zoom in on this table or zoom in on that one and have a preset where I just press a button and it goes back. But I keep messing it up because I keep bumping into the thing. So the arm holding it, it's never in the same place.
Yeah. See, I can do 2, but I probably should have looked at a camera like that. But I like this one that I've got. It does a nice job. It zooms in long ways and it'll still focus and do all right.
Nice.
Sometimes I have to kick it over to manual focus, but
yeah, I've still got the GoPro. I can use it for other stuff, but I use this for kind of my overhead cam, and then I've got a standard webcam, sitting in front of on top of my screen.
Matt's Lock Shop. Good morning, sir. How are you? You make your own shackle removal tool. Shackle removal tool for what, GK man? What are we removing the shackle from? This is another lock that really has kind of surprised me, is this Commando. It's actually a really, really nice lock. They're quite well made.
I haven't had the chance to mess with one of those yet.
I was in an Ace Hardware back in Minnesota and came across one. Like,
Okay.
Hey, I haven't had one of those yet. I need to get it. And yeah, it works. It works really well for the 83 ABUS type locks. Okay, gotcha. Haven't tried removing a core out of one of those yet. Let's get out the old 5560. Look at that. I even put the date engraved on the back of it. Camera mirrored. It's flipped, isn't it? Flipped upside. What did it do? There we go. That's better. August 14th, 2024. Swamp Picker, good morning. How are you, sir?
Were your ears burning? We were just talking about you and camera choices.
I don't even remember what brand this one I've got. It's an ELP. It's really not made for this type of work because it's got like 14 power optical zoom. It's a big camera.
Yeah.
But it zooms in incredibly close, so that's kind of why I went with it. It does a pretty good job for me. And then what's neat with it is mine has 2 output connections. One I can hook USB to the computer, and then I can also hook it up HDMI direct to a display if I wanted to have a separate display at the same time. Doing well. Very good. Glad to hear it, sir.
So let's pull apart another one to see how this goes back in.
See, that drops down in the notch that's cut in the middle of it is what faces upwards, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm guessing whether it's key retaining or not.
That's not the key. There's another part for the key retaining piece.
Okay, so
then there's a piece that goes across that notch in the top that tells it whether it's key retaining or not key retaining. I don't see you having that unless it's stuck down in the bottom of the lock still. But you got it without a core, right? Or you did, that one came with the core?
No, they all came with cores. They're just all 0-bitted. So like this key.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So look down inside your core to make sure it's not stuck sitting down the bottom of the core, because they can hang up in there if they haven't greased at all. But there's just a little tiny Z-bar piece that nests into the core.
Huh.
Or not into the body itself. Sorry, not the core, in the body. Make sure it's not stuck sitting down inside the body. No. That notch, that piece you just put in the very bottom. See how it has that top notch on it? There's a little Z piece that goes across that body.
Okay, I'm seeing that inside.
Yeah, and that just comes out. You can just take a tweezers and pick it out, and then you can see how it fits into the core.
Oh yeah, sure enough. I feel like I'm
So
playing
that's
out.
so you should see one side has a black dot on it, one side does not. I don't remember which way is which, but one side is key retaining, one side is non-key retaining. Yep.
Interesting.
So if you take your core back up and you put that other piece back in,
okay,
then with that notched hole at the top, the Z-bar goes in across that slot. And depending on which way you put it, will make it key retaining versus not.
Okay.
Black dot visible equals retaining, no dot not retaining. That's what G Keyman just said.
All right, so.
Well, get with me, Brian. I can send you a key set or two if you like. So then you got to make sure you hold it straight up and down as you put it back into the body, or it'll fall out.
Right.
But and then you can just flip it the other way and make it the other direction, right? So it's kind of a neat design, actually.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Rabbi Picker, good morning. How are you, sir?
So you're a little late to the show, Rabbi. We've been doing an episode called "Teach Rebel Shit," and they're helping me figure out how these friggin' 83s work.
The 83 is a really cool lock. I really like it. The fact that you can swap it out and change it up so many different ways is really neat.
Yeah, when I was doing my pre-interview with the lockpicker with Lockpicker 1969 or whatever his name is.
Yep.
Part of why I got interested in these 83s was he was telling me that basically any 83 can be used for, I think it was SFICs. So when I saw the great deal on these, I went and bought 20 of them and brought them back, and I can't fit a SFIC in them. So apparently it's a specific model that you need for the SFIC.
Yeah.
And let me double check now that you're saying Rabbi's on. I think I put one of those in his box of goodies. Yes, he's got one in here.
Yeah, he gets that package. He'll have picking stuff for a little bit, won't he?
Yeah. I put a bunch in there, and then a bunch of other people have said that either already sent stuff or are sending things.
Yep. God, you're gonna have a 20-pound package here pretty soon.
Yes.
G Keyman says it's only the 83 IC/45 is the one that will take the cores.
Gotcha. Yeah, so my guess is either he misspoke or I misheard him, but I thought he was pretty adamant there was any 83 could be used that way. But again, that may have been my misunderstanding. So. So that comes out and that turns.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about, Rabbi, is what the shipping's going to be.
Yeah, we may have to do a GoFundMe or
Right.
we're able to sell the house and we'll get enough funds.
Yeah. Hey, you still got your kidneys, right?
Say again?
You still got your kidneys, right?
Well, one of them, I mean, I do have a Harley, so I already had to sell one of them.
Oh, yeah, well. You're screwed then.
But yeah, Rabbi, I don't know if you saw the other. I don't even remember when it was. I think it was a different live I was doing, but several other people have jumped in on it. So even though your Berserker patches come in, I'm still waiting on locks from, I think 2 more people are sending me stuff to throw in the box for you. So we'll probably get it sent out early next year. But yeah, you're going to have quite the mail call. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have a good time with all the crap that's in there.
Yes.
It'll keep you in content for a bit.
Well, it's going to have a short story too. So I've already mailed out short story number 10, but I think his is number 3. Let me look at my list. Of
Those have been a riot. I've enjoyed those. They've been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been having a good time writing them all. Yeah, we're up to 10, but Rabbi is episode 3.
Rabbi is episode 3. Has he seen it yet?
No, I've got it written. Well, and the thing is, what I'm trying to do is I'm writing the letters, sending them out, and then I want the people that get them to, do them on a live or, record it and put it out there. Or some people, not comfortable reading, that's fine. Some people just been posting a picture of it. But then what I'm doing is I'm taking the story and I'm putting it into AI video generator and making the videos y'all have been seeing, because I want everyone to have a consolidated location to see them. Plus, it just gives my channel more content.
Yep.
But I don't want to release the videos until they've received their letter and had a chance to read it themselves. And I'm learning more about the AI, how I'm doing it. The video generator there's a way that you can put in the script and it does something similar, but the words have been off. So a couple of the videos aren't exactly the script, the story that I wrote for somebody, but then I've found a way to override it and make it use the exact script I give it and not change it or modify it. But yeah, I've got several videos that are ready to go, but I'm waiting on people to get their letters and read their letters.
Right.
Their channel before I share the videos.
Very cool.
And then since Grouchy's here, Grouchy, I finished writing your story. Since you just got a kind of a mafia letter spoof thing, I wrote a news story for you the other day, and I've got it right here. So this will get mailed out to you shortly.
But an American 3200 to put an SFIC in, came with one within it and no control key. So I have to learn to pick the control. Yeah. I don't have anything anymore that has a control key set up to it. I think I've got one that might be coming back. I sent one to Broke a while back because I could not get it picked at all, and he promptly picked it both ways. Well, that dirty dog. But they were working on it over there, actually making keys for it. They were going to send it back to me with keys.
All right, yeah, I've got 2 SFICs now, so
yeah.
I'll work on those as blue belts and then purple belts. So
yeah, that's what I should maybe do, something like that. I've been trying to work on these on the Medico, or I've got a dimple lock too, but that dimple lock is kicking my rear. That's a purple belt.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting on. Is I've got a collection of new locks that are starting to pile up that I want to play with. Some of them are, even something I might be able to pick because I've picked to that level before, but I've been spending so much mental time and energy trying to learn this Medico that I don't want to move on to anything else while I feel like I'm still making progress. I don't feel like I'm hitting the wall yet on it. So
Maybe you guys can tell me, or maybe you can even, on this Medico M3. You need to rotate the pins into proper position first, then mess with the sidebar, right?
If you're tensioning counterclockwise.
If you're picking counterclockwise.
So from the videos I've watched, is if you go counterclockwise, the locking bar or the sidebar is going to bind up first, which means you work on the pin rotation. Then once you get that, and you're messing with the whole little that little extra the little lever at the bottom that you got to push in for that sidebar.
Right.
Then once you get that, then you start picking it like a regular lock where you're picking the pins. If you go clockwise, you do the pins first, they'll bind first, then you do the rotation. So it depends which way you're picking.
Okay. I'm having a hell of a time finding a good tensioner to tension this thing with because it's such a massive keyway.
Yes. The only one I have found that consistently works for me, do you have the Reaper set?
I do have the Reaper set, but I also have the Sparrow's heavy bar.
Oh, okay.
And
See,
that seems to work okay.
Yeah, and that's the best I'm doing is working okay. Is the Reaper in 50th hour, whatever it is, the biggest one.
Yeah.
I've found that it works, but yeah, it's such a big opening that I want to find something like that, is something heavier duty, much wider.
And that's exactly why I bought these, was in case I ran into some with that massive. I think these are, oh God, what are they? I don't even remember. They're huge.
Yeah.
I took one of them and actually had to grind it down just a little bit to get it to work in my Medico biaxial. It was too thick.
Okay.
But then I left the other one alone, so that way I still have a super heavy. Because yeah, otherwise you're cranked way over and you're really binding things up. I need to turn this upside down. I need to turn this lock upside down because picking it pins up, man, that's just wrong.
I haven't tried picking anything pinned down yet.
Being a lefty, that just makes the most sense to me.
Oh, I can see that if you're a southpaw.
Just makes it feel more comfortable.
You said that's a Sparrow's tensioner?
Yeah, these are the Sparrow's heavy. You can get a Sparrow's heavy, and then they have the heavy set on their site. They're not bad. They're nice little tension wrenches.
So the heavy bars are 0.079 thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to look at those. I want to get I've got the Sparrow's Escort, and I want to get the replacement tensioner that's top of the keyway for that thing. I started top of the keyway, and I definitely prefer it if I can pick that way.
Yeah.
So I might look.
I haven't had a chance to see the Escort yet. It looks like a nice little set.
Yeah, it's that kind of that jackknife type deal. It's a little pocket knife,
right.
Little Swiss Army type deal, and it works pretty good. I mean, it's overpriced for what it is, in my opinion.
That's kind of been my thought. I thought it looked really pricey, and I've got my set, so I prefer it, of course. So
Yeah, I ordered it back when I got my Sparrow set like a year or two ago. Decided I wanted to buy something nicer, so I just assumed that when you're buying quality tools, they were that expensive. And I can't say it's nice. I like it. I'm not disappointed in it, but bang for the buck. Now that I'm into lockpicking and actually feel like I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, and I've tried enough other stuff, the coolness that you can just throw it in your pocket or put a clip on it and wear it like a pocket knife. That's cool. But at the same time, now that I've learned that, tension wrenches are just as, if not more important than the pick itself, only having one single tension wrench in one thickness isn't very conducive to, why do I have that thing on me? Whether it's, I think I'm James Bond, or I want to, be prepared for any situation. Carrying something like, how much room does this take up in your back pocket or in a backpack compared to that thing? But now I've got, multiple tensioners,
right, in
different thicknesses. I just, at $100 or whatever that thing is, when it only comes with one tensioner, cool idea.
And that's exactly why I started making the second tension wrench to put into the ones that I've got, so that we've got There's a talk and a balk in there, and they're different thicknesses and widths as well.
Okay. I'd
But
say to do that. I know Sparrow sells a top of the keyway that I've thought about buying for
Right.
it, just to
Yeah.
make it a little more customized to me, what I prefer.
Yep, I've been just making them out of wiper blade inserts and adding that into the kicks. I think it's important to have it there. I don't add anything to the cost to do that, but
Yeah.
But
That's
mine are
something I have
nowhere near $100 either. I think the glass filled nylon one is like $25, I think, and the aluminum one's $39.
All right, catching up on comments.
So a lot cheaper than that one. I don't know. I've got a few couple different sets from Sparrows, and honestly, I don't like any of them. So I'm just not a fan.
Gotcha. I gotta admit, they were nicer than what I had. The cheap little Gosos or whatever everybody buys on Amazon when you're first starting. Didn't mind those. Sparrows were definitely a step up, but once I got into it, and I bought my first set of beginner locks, all that stuff from Greg Potter on Facebook. He sent me the FNG kit, so it had a few of the covert instruments, and I was just really impressed. Really liked them. Bought the Apex kit, love it. I've got some Jimmy locks now. I've got my one rat yoke. I'll admit I hardly ever touch my Sparrows anymore.
Yep, I almost never touch them because I've got my Moke set, I've got my Law Lock set, I've got my dog legs, I've got a bunch of Southern specialty stuff, and to me they're just all superior picks.
Yeah. So who knows what I might do is end up taking all those Sparrows and throw them in a bug out bag or a get home bag or something I leave in the truck and just forget about.
That's kind of exactly my point, right? So this one was bragged up real heavy, so I bought it. It's their EOD set.
Okay, yeah.
And I hate it. I mean, the little bypass knife is cool. I've used it on a few things. I used the wafer jigglers on this L50, but the wafer jigglers is so damn soft. Every time you use it, you got to straighten them back out because they bend together. There's no spring to them at all. So yeah, I'm just not. Got the little shove knife, which is cool. It's a nice little kit to throw in a bug out bag, but it's not something I really like to use.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing. And if I'm out in the field and need something, sure. And I've already got it. So, I mean, short of if my son or, a friend gets into it, it's better than them buying some piece of junk.
These are the jigglers that came in that set. And for the life of me, I haven't been able to open a damn thing with them until this L50. Other than that, they don't work on wafer locks worth a damn compared to my other jigglers that I have. But there you can see that one. You can see how the tip is bent in on it. And that's after I straightened it out. I used it once on that L50 and it just folded over.
Fun.
So just not a big fan of them. And I don't like their tension wrenches at all in that kit. Because they're all the exact same thickness. They're just come in different widths. And they don't fit anything well. I'll bring this one back out one more time. There's my latest 3D print.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like the bigger base on it.
Yeah, I did the big base on this one. I'll get I cut a mouse pad to fit and I glue that on the bottom of it so that way it doesn't slide around.
I was going to say one thing I felt I hadn't seen anybody else do and that I thought I was pretty clever for was I went online and bought a silicone, what do they call them? The heat pads, what you're using in the kitchen when you put a pot down on your counter.
Yep.
But it's just a silicone and I super glued it on the bottom and then cut it to match. But that way it sticks and it doesn't slide around so bad.
That's exactly what I've done to this one. That's what's on here is I just traced out and cut out a mouse pad off of it and then just glued the mouse pad to it. But yeah, same thing. It doesn't slide around. It just sticks. Works great.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been very happy with how that turned out.
Yeah, because they're so lightweight. If you don't have something like that, they're just sliding all over on you.
Yeah.
You'll have to go give Broke a hard time for missing.
Yeah. I'll check on him later and make sure he's okay. Hopefully, like you're saying, it's just he's a night owl, which I definitely myself.
Early mornings he struggles with. I've gotten him on here a couple times, but it's tough.
Yeah. When I don't even remember. Let me go back into Discord and see if in our conversations we said why we were. I just remember him reaching out. He's like, "Hey, we should do that again." I was like, "Sure," but I don't remember if it was because he's already read his short story I sent him.
Yep.
But yeah, him and I were talking life and trials and hard times and
He's a great guy. Really like Broke.
stuff and.
Everybody who is serious in lock sport should learn how to make their own tools so you can customize them for the locks. Yeah, if you've got the skill in the tools to be able to do that, it is a great and wonderful thing. Not everybody necessarily has that ability.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. I'd like to get into it. I feel I did a pretty good job. I went probably a little overzealous when I was shooting. Who did the bobby pin for the win? Was that Elroy's Toys?
Elroy's Toys, yep.
So when I was shooting his, the bobby pin that I stole from my wife was actually a bit heavy duty, and instead of just being flat, one side was flat, but the other side was almost rounded, so it was too big to fit in. So
Yep.
I spent half the video sitting there with a file for my Leatherman, shaping the thing, and I mean, I turned it into a legitimate. Let me see if I've got it here. It turned out pretty good. It's almost like a medium flat hook. Let's see if this thing will focus.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But I mean, looks like a legitimate. I was pretty happy with how that turned out. But every lock I picked, I was trying to get all the entries. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my blue belt, but I got up to the green belt and I got the handcuffs done.
Yeah, I got through the green and I got the handcuff. I could not get my blue to save my soul with it.
Yeah, I picked at it for 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, this ain't happening.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I was in the same boat. I was like, yeah, you'll have to settle with this. I can't get there. Stupid log.
Oh.
I'm just going to put you away. One of these days, I'll figure out a disc detainer lock. One of these days. I don't know when that might be, but one of these
Nightmare says he couldn't get his yellow open with the bobby pin. Black belt fail. Turn it back in.
Sometimes I think that happens too, though. As you get higher and higher in the difficulty of the locks, sometimes those easier locks become really freaking difficult.
Yep.
Because I think you overthink them.
When I first started, I was just absorbing as much information as I could. That's how I found half these people's channels, watching everything I could. And so many people I have heard just parroting that and repeating that once you get into the higher locks, don't forget your earlier skills.
Nope, go back to them.
Go back to them and kind of maintain that base. But I've heard
Yep.
a lot of people say that is once they got into the higher stuff, they spent so much time focusing on trying to figure that out and getting their higher belts that when they went back, that yellows and oranges were giving them a hard time.
Yep. We've got a new Ace Hardware in town. I need to swing by there one day and see what they've got for locks. I know we have a co-op that claims that they're some kind of hardware store. I don't know, but they sell that brand to carry some good locks, but the local store has nothing but Masters in it. Got the white, green, and blue open with the bobby pin. Yellow kicked his butt. Yeah,
Nightmare
that
said
happened.
back to white belt.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I figure I'm going to try and do, to be honest, is I've got a couple wafers. I think I've ordered my first dimple, hit a few of the sales for CLK supplies and UHS hardware. I actually got an email the other day I was a little upset about. They were happy to take my money, but UHS hardware for this colored padlock series I'm doing, I caught on sale the Medico bi-level for the blue belt and the ASA, I think Max Plus restricted. Got that coming for the purple for these things, for the kick cylinders. and they were happy to take payment. But then a week later, they emailed me and go, "Hey, we're sending you the springs and the little things that we had in stock, but these are back ordered. We'll let you know when they come in."
Oh, don't
I'm
you
like,
hate when
you
don't you hate when they do that?
So it was on sale. If I got to wait for them, I got to wait for them.
Yeah, but it still sucks. At least let me know up front.
Yeah. Let me know it's on
You know.
it's on back order. Don't show it's on stock online, and yeah.
That's right. And then pull that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't know. I might move backwards and go back to trying my hand at this thing a little bit. That's a Agent LS5 dimple lock. That's a
Okay.
purple belt lock. I have not had much luck with that thing yet.
Yeah, I figure I'm going to try and go through my black belt on pin tumblers. And then after that, then I'm going to, what you jokingly said, Nightmare, is go back to white belt. Then I'm going to go back and start learning dimple locks. Then I'm going to start learning wafer locks. But I'm just going to stick with pin tumblers and then all the extra security features that start coming in as you get, into purples and above, the sidebars and the locking bars and the extra stuff before I start learning dimples. But who knows, maybe the change of pace, the different way.
The dimple is a purple, so that's why I was thinking maybe I'll go back to messing with it. And then I've got this Miwa, which is a wafer, but that thing has been stumping me so far as well.
Yeah, I've been watching. Seems a lot of the videos. A lot of people like the goal.
Yep, the Goal Z,
the Goal P, the Goal D, the Goal Z, the whatever all of them are. But I think they're cool. So I'm going to keep an eye out for those. Start looking for them on sale and start getting those. But I don't want to mess with them until I've at least advanced it somewhat into security stuff.
Yeah.
In Tumblr.
Yeah, I don't know. That's part of my problem is I don't have a whole lot of patience, so I get bored and I move from one thing to the next, and probably don't give it the love that it deserves.
Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of. I seem to pick things up pretty quick and make a lot of progress up front, but then as things start getting hard for me, sometimes I'm like, nah, it's not fun anymore because it's too much of a challenge. I like a challenge, but not too much.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, I really want to stick this out. I really want to, part of what's hooked me is not just that lock picking is fun, but the challenge of the belt system. I want to earn it. And then the community has just been so fun, so, entertaining, watching everybody else's channels, everybody supporting me and my channels. And
absolutely. The community is amazing. The people to support, it doesn't matter what level they're at. It's not like it's a competition between everybody. So everybody's willing to help everybody else out.
Yeah.
It's great. It really is.
Well, and everybody's sending locks to each other and doing stuff and, just, I don't know. I haven't found a lot of groups of people that treat each other like this. So, I
agree with you completely. I was just having that conversation the other day with Rabbi, actually, that it's just one of the most accepting communities I've dealt with. There's people from every walk of life out there, right? So, heck, take Broken Eye, for example. He was the hardcore biker dude, right? And the enforcer for a couple of different biker clubs. I'm the ex-cop. But yet we get together and chat BS and laugh and have a good time.
Yeah, I'm part of probably one of the largest, if not the largest, bike organization in the U.S. But when in the MC world, we're a riding association. We're not an MC, so they don't really care about us. But yeah, if you compare numbers, we are huge.
Yeah. You mind sharing? Which group is it?
Unfortunately, I cannot. They're very, very prickly about their intellectual property. So if I say their name, I have to get pre-authorization. I'll say this: if you go look at my other videos, a few of my shorts, because my channel's locks, leather, and lifestyle, so I've got cigars and whiskey and whatnot. I've posted a couple things about some of the charities I've been at of bike things, and you will notice that the majority of the people all have the same back patch. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
But we're a 501c3. It's we're basically the VFW, but we ride.
Yep.
but we're a pro-veteran organization. But yeah, we're in all 50 states. We're international. We're everywhere. But yeah, for some reason, like I used to have even one of their tins with their logo set up on my little bookshelf here, and it was in the background, and I got a talking to for having that in there without it being authorized. So I just moved it somewhere else in my house.
Yeah, some of them can be that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and in their defense, you get people doing stupid things and they ruin it for everybody. And so
and then it gets attributed to the entire organization.
Yep. And it's, this is why we can't have nice things, is everybody now has to follow this stupid rule because somebody did something stupid.
Yep.
And when you get an organization, when your organization reaches, tens of thousands of people,
yeah,
that's just the way it goes. So I don't blame them. It's stupid and it's frustrating, and
No, I don't, but I can understand it.
Yeah. It's one of those deals where it's I love the community, just like here. It's a great group of people. Love hanging out with them, and I just try and avoid the administrative side and all the BS that isn't necessary when running a charity that large.
The drama.
Yeah.
I hear you completely. Let's see. So you're going to be soon ready to start playing with your Mindy?
Yeah, I think that's actually after I get this. Because the Mindy's a purple, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, it is.
But yeah, this was one of my Christmas presents. So I think once I get that Medico, this will be my next one. And then I'll apply for my purple belt. And then I'll start working on, I think I've got what is my brown belt that I've got here? I've got two browns. I've got a Schlag Primus Everest that I'll work on. And then my other brown, actually may not pick this one, is a Medico Cam Lock. So, and the key is bent on it, but
yeah, I know you just got to be really careful with these Mindys, because that very first the first disc in the bottom of it, you can easily flip that sucker.
Okay.
And make a real mess in a real hurry.
Yeah, I've been told you can brick these things pretty easy. So.
Oh man, this is my second one. The first one I bricked it in about 10 minutes.
And I will probably, Mongo smash.
I mean, I literally had springs sticking out the keyhole.
And I'm guessing that's what makes this a purple lock. Just looking at it, the way it's designed, it's easy to wrap your head around. There's no, security pins. There's nothing crazy in it, but I'm guessing it's how fragile it is and how easy it is to mess up the internals is what makes it the challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, let me catch up on our chat here.
And it does have some little false sets and crap you can drop into down in there. And
oh, does it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting. Because I can have it where I'll get it turned about yay far on the key. You can't turn it any further and open it. You're hung at that point.
Okay.
That's where I actually made this, and that's what I used to pick it for my purple belt video. So that way I'm pressing down on both sides of each disc at a time, and then I can pull it up and snap it out and do the next one, pull it up, snap it out and do the next one.
Yeah, see that I've seen some videos of people doing stuff like that. So I want to get an old set of wipers and make my first tool. And
I've done it with regular picks, but it makes me leery because, like I said, that's how I bricked it the first time around. So
yeah. So Nightmare said we're going back a little bit. Sorry guys, I'd never heard of this. Let's talk about his orange belt. True, orange you got for Christmas was really fun. I wish I had it earlier, but I do want to do a white to belt black or blah, 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 wow. Everybody catch that? He wants to do a white to black run in under 10 minutes for a killer whale unofficial challenge. I'd never heard of it. Unofficial challenge. Yeah, in 10 minutes, that would be impressive. That's 9 locks in 10 minutes. Damn, brother.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Note to self, always get Mindy locks in pairs. Yes, I would agree with that. And there we got the open. There it is.
Nice. Now, if only I could steal this video and use it for my purple belt submission.
It's one of my favorite locks, actually. I really, really like that thing, and it's very fun to play with. It's just a matter of you got to be really careful because, man, you can screw it up so quick.
Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to try and learn from everybody else's experience and build that two-sided tool before I mess with it. I'm not going to stick a single pick in there.
That saved my bacon when I did that, for sure. And, yeah, it's just made from a wiper blade.
Okay.
Yeah. Translation failure. Or if you're me, by the dozen, Rabbi Vicker says. Hey, they're cheap enough you could probably do that.
Yeah, no, this Mindy's not expensive.
No, they're not an expensive lock at all, but they are really, really sweet. They're a nice lock.
Nightmare asked me how the purple lock is coming along. I feel like I'm finally making progress with it. I'd started doing some progressive pinning, and the first 3 pins are my security pins. I'm trying to remember. I think I want to say it's a mushrooms, and then a barrel is what it is. And then my, pins 4, 5, and 6 are standard. I've picked it with the first 3 security pins in it. And then went ahead and threw everything in it, but I haven't been able to put the time into it. But I feel like I'm finally making progress. I'm starting to feel and understand what's going on there. And, I just need to keep putting in the hours and playing with it. I think I'm going to go back to just a single pin and get it where I can consistently get it. Start putting in 2, start putting in 3. And then instead of just jumping to all 6, put in the 4th. So I'll get there. But I'm finally making progress and understanding it.
Yep.
Yeah,
you should in your description. That is exactly right, and that's what I showed it again there for you, Rabbi. But yeah, that's all it is. I just bent it over and then twisted it in a 90 so they came out. I made a slight little notch on the ends of mine, angled it. That way, it really kind of grips onto each disc, and you pull it up, and it'll snap its way out to the next disc.
Greyhound, start making those and sell them on your website. Call it the Wishbone.
The Wishbone. There you go. Yeah. It definitely helped me a lot with that lock because, yeah, I did not want to brick a second one.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed until you zoomed in the little teeth on the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it works pretty well. You start on the inside disc, or you can start at the top disc, and as you go down, then you snap it into the next one, snap it into the next one, snap it into the last one.
Yeah.
Pop the lock. So it works. It worked well. Luckily, I haven't bricked it again since, so hopefully I never do. That was the first time I did it. Seriously, there were literally springs sticking out the keyhole.
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe it was your video I was watching, but I watched somebody's video where they were talking about how much that thing, kicked their butt. Now they had to buy another one, and flipping discs inside of it, and that they came up with a split tool like that. So if you made a video of all that, probably
I did a video and described it, I think, fairly well out there on how to pick it, or how I picked it anyway, and what worked. The other thing was finding the right size tension wrench to fit in the middle of it. The tension. I know some guys tension it just from the edge, but to me that gets in the way of getting to the pin, so I tension it down the middle. That helped me quite a bit too, because I've seen guys that come in and they tension it up in here, but to me that gets in the way, so I use a deeper one, and I come in the middle like that.
Okay.
I can get to both get to the wafers on both sides to push them down and work on them.
Right. Well, that's probably what helps keep them from flipping and
Oh no, that does not help.
No?
No, you'll still flip it like crazy. It's like the very bottom disc is really small, and you get down there, and that whole disc can just flip and turn sideways. And if you aren't careful when it does that, it can actually drop and release the spring. And once it does that, you're done for. And that doesn't matter how you're tensioning it, you can do that to it. And it's ugly when that happens. Really, really ugly.
Nice.
I had bought mine off of Amazon. And when that happened, I mean, it was like the day I got the lock, I actually reached out to the reseller and told them what I did. And they replaced it.
Really?
Yeah, they took it back and gave me a new lock.
Wow. I'm surprised at that, to be honest.
I am too, because I mean, it was neglect. It was abuse.
Yeah, well,
You use it with the key, it just worked.
You weren't using it how it was designed to use. The lock didn't fail. You broke it.
I broke it. Yeah, I did. Yeah. No, they swapped it, gave me a new one. No, they are not guttable. They are not. There is nothing you can take apart on it. And that's the one thing that's odd with it is a purple belt, right? So you couldn't do other locks that are unguttable as well, because this one you can't. There's nothing. Nothing down in there at all. It's just a big black hole.
Yeah, for what it's worth, yeah, it was $16.59 on Amazon. So yeah, it's not a very expensive lock.
No, it's not. No, and it's neat how those things are so spring loaded. I mean, it'll flat launch the key right out of it if you aren't careful.
Yes, I've noticed that, and it came with 4 keys. The key stack.
Yep. The key stack
with is interesting.
Yep. Yep. Got the same little stack.
Yeah.
And then it's got a key ring that came on there as well to be able to put them all in a key ring. But hey, the stack's pretty cool. May as well keep them in the stack. Or at least mine did. See, mine had a key ring hanging on the one end of it.
Yeah, mine may have. I don't remember if it did. I usually just throw those away. Yeah, I've kind of made a point.
Depending on what you did, Nightmare, a bricked 1100 isn't too bad to unbrick. Matter of fact, if you missed that before you got on here, I bricked my 98 Pro this morning and then turned around and unbricked it. So it's doable. The 1100, I think, is a little bit more work to unbrick than the 98 Pro, but it isn't bad. I've done those before because I've done the same thing. Screwed it up, but you can do it. Look up a couple of videos on it. It's not as hard to undo as you think.
All right, my friend. I've got my family's trying to get up and moving around, and dogs are going nuts, and I think I'm going to call it a day. But appreciate you having me on. I'm sorry that
I think I'm about to the same point. So, about time to call her quits, and I'm going to try and. I've got crap ton of cardboard, of course, because it's been Christmas, so I need to break down and get loaded in the truck to haul to the dump. I'm going to try and slide my laser downstairs here, and since I can't carry it down the stairs right now.
I made a dump run the other day, and I actually got lucky. We got a new hot tub for Christmas, and I was hauling off the old one, and the dump said they would take it, but I had to cut it up into quarters. So I figured I'll take my tools with me, and once I'm there, I'll use my Sawzall and just, it's just fiberglass. How hard could it be? I didn't even get one quarter cut out, and I fried the motor in my Sawzall. I'm like, crap. Went over and found the guys that were running the heavy equipment and said, hey, any chance, I know I'm supposed to put this thing into quarters, but, I fried my motor. You can see it over there. It's, sitting on my truck bed smoking right now. Any chance you'll still take it, or do I need to take this home, buy a new saw, and just bring it back another day? He looks at it, he goes, if you can get it off that trailer, I'll take care of it. Cool. Asked the guy parked next to me for some help, and we just pushed it off, and he came over with this giant machine and just squashed the hell out of it. I'm like, that works. Thank you.
Yep.
I was trying to be a smart boy. I brought extra batteries. I went to the store, bought brand new blades, wrecker blades designed for demolition. And yeah, apparently the Sawzall, she'd been used too many times and she was done. And the
Well, and
engine,
fiberglass can be a bit of a pain at times too. I've seen, especially it can actually get too hot, and then it starts actually sticking to the blade, and it'll really drag on a motor.
oh, I could imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I haven't had to take anything quite that big, but yeah, I figured, like I said, I need to clean up in the garage so I can get to my saw. I need to cut up a chunk of plywood to make. I don't have anything that's got a big enough base to hold this laser.
Okay.
So then I'll get a base cut for it, and then I can bring it down here and get the laser hooked up so I can start playing with it, because I'm excited to play with that. That one's going to be fun.
Yeah, I might actually hit you up if I can't find anybody local. I might send you my locks and pay you to do my stuff if you're willing.
Well, once I get it figured out and I know what I'm doing, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, that way I'd rather keep it in the family than just pay some random guy. I was hoping one of my local biker friends, might have it, but I don't have any lock pickers near me. But I'd rather spend money with friends. And
I think 44 Delta does a little of that kind of thing. Aaron over at Southern Specialties, he does laser engraving.
Okay.
And he does really nice work as well. I think actually he's the one who did this one for Lock Squash. I think that was Aaron that did that one. Might have been, or maybe it was 44 Delta. I don't remember. He told me at one point.
And I think Lord Kodiak, one of the videos I did, I was talking about maybe getting one, and he sent me a bunch of information on the different types of lasers and what wattage they needed to be to actually, and he used some technical jargon. Hold on, let me see if I can find it again. All right, here we go. You need a fiber laser to engrave metal. So I don't know if that's burning the finish off, or if you're actually, I don't know if ablating is the right word, but actually, removing some of the metal when you're doing it.
I don't necessarily think that is true any longer.
Okay.
The one I have is a diode laser.
Okay.
40 watt. And they claim that I can actually cut up to 0.1 millimeter thick stainless steel with it, and I can engrave.
Oh, wow.
On bare stainless. It used to be with a diode, you had to paint it like a black, and then you basically just kind of burnt the black into the metal is what it did. But I'm supposed to be able to engrave straight up naked stainless with it.
Yeah, he was saying a diode and a CO2 laser will not ablate metal, which I don't know that I know what ablate means. All right.
Right. Yeah, see, like this engraving that I did on these, this was done with a CO2 laser. But again, that was basically just cutting through the paint. So we'll find out once I get it hooked up. I'll see what all I can do with it.
All right, so boys and girls, ablate is to remove body tissue surgically, or different definition would be gradually remove material from or erode a surface or object by melting, evaporating, frictional action, etc., or erode material in this way. So yeah, apparently instead of just like, I would,
Yeah, it's the wattage that matters. And I didn't get the highest wattage right now. They actually have a 60 watt diode laser available. I got a 40 watt. But from what I'm reading, man, it's supposed to be able to do some pretty impressive stuff. So like I said, I'm pretty excited to try it out and see how it goes.
Yeah, that's something that, I guess I'm just going to have to figure out what it's going to cost me, and then do the cost benefit analysis of, it was going to cost me $200 to get these things all laser engraved the way I want, versus a laser machine is going to cost me $500, but I can start engraving more stuff and selling it, doing my own thing.
Well, when I first did mine, we have our local, our community college has an outreach program here in town that you can go in and you can pay a fee. And it used to be for vets, it was free. Well, they pulled the funding for that, so it's not anymore. But you can use their entire CNC system, their woodworking shop, their lasers, their 3D printers, and they have guys there that are CAD experts that'll help you with your drawings and diagrams. And I went in there and used their lasers and did all my laser work. And they had like 4 different lasers to pick from. And for what I was doing, the CO2 was all I needed. But they had fiber, and I think they had like 4 different lasers to pick from.
I didn't even think
Right.
about that. I might hit the local community college, see if they've got something like that going on.
It was like, it cost me like $30 to go in there for the day
Oh, heck yeah.
and do however much I wanted to do. So I engraved like 5 or 6 locks. I engraved on leather. I engraved my logo on leather cases and crap like that. It was really fun.
Yeah, no, I could, that would be very fun. I could easily spend a day doing that. So,
And yeah, you're right, GK, man. The engraver that I bought came with a full ventilation system and air pump. And so I'll have it here by the window and I'll plug it into the window for outside so it can vent.
there you go.
Yeah, I've seen some guys have been adding an additional pump to it to get it to do better. And then I got the rotary tool for it, so I can do mugs and cups or round. Hell, I can even engrave like wedding rings, crap like that with it. So
Heck yeah.
I'm really excited to get that thing hooked up and start playing with it. That one's going to be fun. And then it came with the 40-watt laser module, and then I can swap it out and I can put the other one's a 1.6 watt for fine detail engravings, for like engraving photos on
Oh,
things.
wow.
So like I said, it'll be fun to play with and see what all I could do with it.
Heck yeah.
If nothing else, like these painted pack locks and masters and things like that, definitely engraving on those won't be an issue, or the American 1100s, things like that. But I'm curious to see what I can do with steel. It'd be really cool if I could engrave some logos on some pick handles.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff. That's right.
Well, thanks for having me, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, absolutely. And thank you each and every one of you for hopping in and joining. Do me a favor and hit the like button on your way out. Greatly would be appreciated. And I hope you have a marvelous weekend. We will catch you all on the next time.
Happy New Year if we don't see you before then.
Yeah, you as well. Bye, man.